You're going to here to give you my preview for Manchester United versus Arsenal, the big game on Monday night. Can Arsenal finally win at Old Trafford for the first time since 2006 in the Premier League? We better do, because they are on a very bad run of form. A lot of people think we haven't started well this season. They haven't started that great either. They literally, Solskjaer's come out today, Pogba's out injured, or could be out. Rashford's out. Martial looks like he could be out as well. But of course this probably means that they'll all be starting. Who knows? It looks like they're going to give young 17-year-old Mason Greenwood his first start of the season. One thing that worries me is I remember an upcoming Marcus Rashford start his first game in the Premier League, and what happened, he made a name for himself and he scored 2 goals against us and he was an absolute nobody, and now he's their main striker. This could easily happen again. There's something about Old Trafford. A lot of people think we're cursed, and I hope that we're not cursed, because I will be going up there for the first time on Monday, and I hope to see us at least get a point. But this Man United team is so poor. Rochdale literally brought them to penalties in the week. They risked Pogba for 90 minutes and now he's out of the game. I don't want to say them too much because I'm mainly going to talk about Arsenal on this. But this game is, if we win, it could really catapult our season in terms of where we could end up. But with the whole backlash, the whole captain situation, which I will get into, if we lose this game, this could be a massive backlash on the manager and the players, which could mean a massive downfall is to come over the next few weeks. It's a massive game. Of course, if it's a draw, it's a draw. But if we win this game, massive. It could really boost the players' confidence. But if we lose, it could do the complete opposite effect. I've said that twice now. So, we're going to get on to how we got on against Forest. It was a very good night on Tuesday. Obviously, Kieran Tierney came back. He played 75 minutes. Very, very impressive Arsenal debut. I can't praise the guy enough. He looks absolutely amazing. The way he defends as a left back, and the way that he just drives past defenders to whip balls into the box. Aubameyang will have a field day with Kieran Tierney playing on the left flank, and I cannot wait to see him just deliver balls straight into Aubameyang, and Aubameyang will score because he's just that clinical. With Mr. Player like Tierney, it would be 100% an upgrade on Kolasinac, and he's got to start this game in my opinion. Another player who had a great game was Callum Chambers. He hasn't really put a foot wrong this season when he's been called upon. I will get on to where I think he should play, but I think he should definitely start this game. Rob Holding had a brilliant 90 minutes. Obviously got given the captain's armband and then ended up scoring straight after with the header. Very solid performance. Another player who I think should start. Head to Bellerin just came back as well. He only played 15 minutes, so I don't think Emery will risk starting him because he's only played 15 first team minutes so far since coming back from his long-term injury. Ironically, no, he did not get injured against United. It was Holding, so it would be quite nice to see Rob Holding make his first Premier League start of the season against the team and the same place that he got injured last season, which was at Old Trafford. And obviously, we were on that 22-game unbeaten run at the time last season. And Rob, unfortunately, got that injury. And after that, then Bellerin got injured. And our season kind of went downhill after that when Holding... The main vocal point was when Holding got injured. And that's when our season went downhill. And hopefully he can maintain the form that he had before he got injured at Old Trafford last season. And it'd be great to see him start, ironically, again at Old Trafford on his Premier League return. Would be great to see. But I suppose we'll wait and see what Emery picks. I've already mentioned United's team news. They've got a hell of a lot of injuries. But then in the past they've had lots of injuries and they've still turned us over at Old Trafford somehow. It seems that Manchester United, regardless of what form they are in, when they're playing against Arsenal, they all turn up. Jesse Lingard will get his 1 goal a season on Monday. I'll guarantee it. We made him as a footballer. He did his little mini rock at the Emirates, and it basically made him as a player. And ever since then, I'm pretty sure he hasn't scored in the last year and a half or something like that. Adam Johnson has more assists than him, and he's been in jail for 3 years. I mean, but he will still probably go on and score on Monday. But enough about that. On to my 1 to 11 and what I think. You kind of know anyway what I have said based on what I've said about Turney. But in goal, I think it's still got to be Bernd Leno. Emi Martinez has impressed me quite a lot on how solid he has been in the Europa game he's played against Frankfurt and the game he played in the League Cup against Forest. But the fact of the matter is, Bernd Leno is our Premier League #1 goalkeeper, and I still trust him to do a job. So, yep, Bernd Leno's in goal. Back four, I'd go with a bit of a change up from the last game against Villa, of course. Kieran Tierney, for me, has to start this game. He played 75 minutes. He played 63 and I think another 20 minutes in the under 23s. To me, he's ready to start this game. And he was absolutely outstanding against Forest. And it would be great to see if he can continue that form going into this game at Old Trafford. It's a massive game to bring him into, but I think he's up for it. We gave him the number 3 shirt, which is big shoes to fill in that specific shirt for a left back. And if he can be as good as one of the number 3s, who I know is not very popular now, but was a very good left back for us in Ashley Cole, if he can be 3/4 of the player he was, then we've got a hell of a left back on our hands in Kieran Tierney, and he's got to start this one. He would be my left back for this game. Right back, obviously Maitland-Niles is still suspended after getting red carded against Villa. Hector Bellerin's only played 15 minutes of first team football. I don't think he will be. I think he'll be on the bench. I don't think he'll be fit enough to start. For me, it's got to be Callum Chambers. He was very good on Tuesday against Forest when we played him at right back. He actually got 3 assists in that game as well, which is like what you like to see from Emery's fullbacks anyway, the way he plays. So, to me, Chambers deserves to maintain his spot and to keep that right back spot. Now, my 2 centre-halves. I've said about Rob Holding, I think he should start this game. He's our best centre back, and he had 90 minutes under his belt, played great, got a goal as well, which is a bonus for a centre half. But it's always good to see leaping header, which is what you want your centre backs to do for one of the goals we scored against Forest on Tuesday. And I think he'll be ready to start. He made a message. He sent a message to the manager, say, "Yep, I'm ready to go for United." And obviously we've gone Tuesday now to Monday, so they would have had 6 days rest, so that's plenty of time for him to get another 90 minutes under his belt. So Holding for me is my first centre-half to start with him. Now, obviously, it's now between the 2 experienced centre-halves, Socrates and David Luiz. I've criticised them quite a few times this season. This might shock quite a few, considering what I have said about David Luiz recently, but for me, for experience alone, the more experienced I would say is probably David Luiz, and him alongside Holding I think could be quite solid. And I know Socrates was still quite solid last season with Holding and built quite a big partnership. So I think Luiz has been slightly less mistake driven than Socrates over the last couple of weeks, and his experience with Chelsea might help us in this game against United. So my back 4 would be Tierney left back, Chambers right back, and my 2 centre halves would be Rob Holding and David Luiz. On to the midfield. Now, something's happened today. We all know the news. Granit Xhaka has been named our permanent captain, and we all know my views on Granit Xhaka. I don't even think he should be in the team. I don't think he's good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club. Do I understand why he's been given the captaincy? Yes, I do. But I've also got a counter-argument to that. The reason why Granit Xhaka has been given the captaincy is because of his leadership skills off the pitch. He's clearly a leader off it, like what I'm saying, off the pitch as well. He's Emery's captain, and because of this player vote thing, whether I agree with it or not is another story. But the fact that the players have voted for their club captain and Xhaka's been picked, we've got to respect that. The issue I have with it is, though, yes, he is one of the first players to come out and say it how it is, which I do respect. What I don't respect is that when a player is coming out and criticising the team for how they're playing, when, hang on, he's the player who's making those mistakes in the first place. So why are you trying to blame other players when he's not actually being a true leader and setting responsibility for his own actions? It's a load of shit, realistically. He should not be our club captain. He's not good enough. I was saying this the other day. If Xhaka spoke like he played, he'd be the next Patrick Vieira. He talks brilliantly. And he's got the experience. He was given the captaincy for Borussia Mönchengladbach at the age of 22. He's also, I'm pretty sure, one of the captains for Switzerland as well, his national team. So he's got the experience in terms of being a leader off the pitch. I get that, but on it, he does not prove by example. He makes mistakes week in, week out, which costs us football games. We took him off last week against Villa, and we ended up scoring 2 goals and winning the game. In midfield, that was pivotal with Guendouzi, Torreira and Willock. Helped us so much when Xhaka was not on the pitch. But yet, he's been named club captain. I know Emery's come out today and said, just because you're captain doesn't mean you'll start. But the fact he has named him captain means he probably will start. Our captaincy has been very much cursed over the years. I know captain, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not exactly I'll get on to the rest of my 1 to 11 in a sec. But I need to address this whole Xhaka thing. The captaincy for Arsenal Football Club is not half as big of a deal as what it used to be. There's not anyone that's been as good as a captain as Tony Adams was back in the day, and we probably haven't had a true captain leader type since Patrick Vieira. You can count Thierry Henry, but he did lead from the front and he did his job, which is fair enough, which is why I actually thought Aubameyang deserved it, and I'm happy he got the vice captaincy because he's experienced as well. But in terms of leadership skills, I totally understand why Xhaka got it, but the fact he doesn't lead by example on the pitch, that's my problem, and that's why I don't think he deserves to be the captain. I could go on and on about Xhaka, but then I need to remember this is the match preview for the United game. This isn't about the whole Xhaka situation. I will add something onto the title about Xhaka, but the whole point of this is the preview, my preview. If this was Emery's 1 to 11, Xhaka would be in his midfield. But I want to win at Old Trafford, therefore he's not going to be playing. Torreira's got to be that main DM. No, none of this box-to-box stuff. Yes, he's decent at it, but his main role for us is defensive midfield. Stay in front of those defenders, tuck in when you have to help us out, and be defensively solid. The 2 midfielders in front of him, or one next to him and one just in front, would be Matteo Guendouzi, who's been probably one of our best players this season, just below Aubameyang, because Aubameyang's been scoring our goals. Only 22 years of age, you guys know. He's absolutely class, and he definitely deserves to start. Got completely rested in the League Cup. I'm apologising for people shouting outside, because it's just really, really annoying. Yeah, Guendouzi, he's got to start. You guys know why. He's absolutely excellent. Got rested fully on Tuesday, which was good to see. So he'll be fresh. Torreira played 90. I don't think he played 90. I can't remember how many he played. He might have played 90 minutes actually. But like I said, our last game was Tuesday. Our next game is Monday. There's 6 days rest. He can play another 90, and he's in my 11. Whether Emery picks him or not, he probably won't. It's another story. Now, my third midfielder would either be Joe Willock or Danny Ceballos. I can't decide. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? Let me know in the comments down below who deserves to start at Old Trafford, Danny Ceballos or Joe Willock. They both kind of do the same job, and they'll both work quite well. I just can't decide which one to choose. So yeah, vote. Comment down below Ceballos or Willock to start as the third midfielder in this 1 to 11. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, front 3. Get with the obvious one. Striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's our top scorer. 6 goals in 6 Premier League games. Absolutely clinical, and if it wasn't for him this season, we probably wouldn't have as many points as what we have right now. On the right-hand side, Pepe. He's got his goal against Villa, which was great. Now it's really time to turn up. Put pressure on Ashley Young on that left-back side as Luke Shaw's out for them. Put real pressure on that side, and we will punish Man United. If we play like we did at Anfield, without playing the diamonds, and play counter-attacking football, without backing off too much, we can actually punish them like we didn't punish Liverpool, because Liverpool are a better side than United, so we will end up getting more chances against this Manchester United team if we actually go out and attack, which is what we should do. And I think Pepe will be absolutely great at that, dribbling past Ashley Young. He'll get past Harry Maguire easily. Oh, very, very overrated, by the way, but I don't want to trigger too many United fans. Anyway, Maguire, and if Van Bissaka, fair enough, if he's running down his side, I rate Van Bissaka. That'll be very tough, and he'll give him a good battle, but I think Pepe will be the better, will win that battle if he has to. Now, on the left, again, I'm very conflicted, guys. Martinelli had a great first team debut, scoring those 2 goals against Forest. I know it's only Forest, but you've got to play who's in front of you. Obviously, he played up front, but he can also play on the left, so that's also a good shout. Bukayo Saka was very unlucky last week. Obviously, had to be taken off at half time because Maitland-Niles got sent off and we had to bring on the extra defender. But he also impressed in Europa, hence why he got the opportunity. Should we give him the opportunity again? But then you've also got Reece Nelson, who got his first goal for Arsenal in the week. This is very good to see. We've got a lot of players that are actually fighting for places, and it's making it very, very difficult for me to actually choose this 11, because based on that Forest game, a lot of those youngsters actually deserve to start at Old Trafford. But the reason why I haven't chose some of them is because I don't think they will, realistically. It's Reece Nelson, Bukayo Saka, who's Reece Nelson's predominantly a right winger, so I'll probably keep Nelson out. Saka or Martinelli, I'd probably go Saka, because I think Martinelli is someone we could actually bring on if Saka's not doing that great. Martinelli can come on fresh legs really fast, and he could punish United really late on. So that's going to be my front 3, Saka, Aubameyang and Pepe, which means my whole 11 will be Leno in goal, back 4, Tierney, Lloris, Holding and Chambers at right back. Midfield 3 of Torreira, Guendouzi, Willock or Ceballos. Again, let me know in the comments down below. Saka on the left, Aubameyang on up front, and Pepe on the right. And I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think we're going to draw this one, but I've got to go with my heart here. I'm going to say a 2-1 win to Arsenal. Aubameyang and I don't know. Aubameyang and Martinelli to come off the bench to score the winner. There you go, there's a bold prediction. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Again, Willock or Ceballos. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope I do too. Like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I've been a True Gooner. Thanks for watching, and peace.